Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reclaiming My Life. Let me tell y'all, go ahead, get your glasses, raise your glass, make some noise. Let's pull out the red carpet for none other than Mr. Greg Lyons, aka Uncle G.
Hey, how you doing, Claudia? How you this morning?
Yes, I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I am blessed by the best. Can't complain about a
Come
thing.
on. Yes. I'm truly honored to have you here on Reclaiming My Life today.
I'm humbled that you would want me on your program and sharing your platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Look, let's get into it. Uncle G Records. Let the people know, how did it all begin?
Well, Uncle G Records came about. I worked with Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, for Music World for about 9 or 10 years. I did all of his radio and promotions for all of his artists, such as Brian Courtney Wilson, Trinity 5-7, Micah Stampley, Leandria Johnson, Bishop Elder McClendon, so forth and so on. And after about 10 years, Matthew decided that he wanted to get out of the gospel business. So he offered me to get a couple of clients that I was already working for that was on his roster. And that's how I formulated Uncle G Records. And so far, it's been going pretty good.
Wow, is it? Wow. Look, we see just how great it is going. I must tell you that I truly love watching your journey.
Thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. But what I want to say is, although you travel a lot, you're so busy. I want to say, before I say anything else, I love how you make time for your family. You continue to keep things spicy with your wife, you know.
That was my wife running around here a second ago trying to get my lighting right. So, she's my backbone. That's my best friend, my ride or die. And without her, I wouldn't be able to be doing all of the things that you see me doing out on the road.
Come on now. I love it. I love it. Kudos to the wife. Yes.
Yes. Shout out Taisha Lyons.
All right now. Come on. Yes. Look, let's talk about, just recently I saw you at the All-Star NBA gospel celebration with one of your artists.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
I was with Anthony Hall. I was delighted to be with Anthony. He was actually in Cleveland. We did it last year, and they enjoyed him so much. They invited him back again this year. So we had an amazing time. One of my other nephews that's not on my label, but I claim him. His family was Zacardi Cortez. He was with us as well. So we had a wonderful time. That was a great platform to be on the NBA Gospel Celebration. I want to say it was Tamika's 16th year
Wow.
of doing it. So we were honored and humbled to be a part of that.
Yes, truly blessed. I love me some Z.
Yeah. Yes. They'll be making an announcement about Zacardi later on today with one of my artists. So stay tuned for that.
Come on now, I'm ready. That's how we first met last year when I had the concert. So, it's been a pleasure with one of your artists that actually joined that concert that night, Miss Keela. Everybody loves Miss Keela Richardson.
Yes. She's part of the surprise that'll be revealed today. As a matter of fact, I'll tell her you said hello. She's in the studio right now working on her next project. So we're very excited about that. So stay tuned for what'll be next for Keela Richardson.
Oh, come on now. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, for those of you who don't know, Uncle G's, one of his favorite sayings is, we will not be outworked.
Never, ever. Don't even try. We won't be outworked. It'll never be from a lack of effort.
Yes, I love it. So let's talk about your artists, Miss Kira Frazier and Kiara Hicks, because we're definitely going to spotlight them today right here on Reclaiming My Life.
Well, I really appreciate you spotlighting them. Let's start with Pastor Carrie Fraser. She's a praise and worship leader out of right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. She has her own ministry, her own church, but she's a very gifted worship leader, and I'm excited to have her. She's probably my newest signee. I've been working with her for a couple of months now. So things are taking off for her. So we're excited about her future. And then there's Kiara Hicks from outside of, she's from Darien, Georgia. And she's a firebomb. That's all I can tell you about her. She's kind of a mix of let's see, Pastor Shirley Caesar, Leandria Johnson, and who else could I throw in there? Her name is on my tongue. Oh, young girl. It'll come to me. But she's amazing. She's very amazing. You'll hear her single today. Thank you for playing it for me. It's called "I Made It," and Carrie Fraser's song is "The Refreshing." So you enjoy those songs. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Uncle G, please let the people know how they can connect with you.
You can go to my website, unclegpromo.com. I'm on all social media, Greg Uncle G Lyons on Instagram, Greg Lyons on Facebook, and Uncle G Promo on Twitter.
Wow. All right. All right. Y'all heard it. And right now, what we're going to do, we're going to listen to these fabulous artists, Uncle G artists. Let me tell you, they are, like he said, fire. So if y'all want to book them, contact Uncle G, Mr. Greg Lyons, and we'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining here today on Reclaiming My Life. You are loved.
Thank you, Claudia.
You're welcome. Thank you. Great. And we'll be right back.
Yeah. Come on, cry out to him. Cry out to him. We need you, oh God. We need you. God is releasing a refreshing right now. He wants to refresh your soul. Come on, lift your hands right where you are. Ask him to send it. Send it down, God. Send the refreshing. Woo. Send it down. There is healing for the wounded. Send it down, Lord. Send it down. And there is strength, my God, for the weary. Send it down, Lord. Send it down. And there is peace when storms are raging. I'm a witness. Send it down, Lord. Send it down. And there is joy when your heart's been broken. Oh my. Send it down, Lord. Send it down. Pour it down like rain. the mountain, and I'm never turning back now. Hey, I'm gonna keep on moving until I get my crown. So what I'm trying to say today is, I made it this far. I made it this far, and it's not the end. You wanna look at your money and sing it again with me. Oh, I made it this far, Lord. Now, this is my testimony. I've slayed a lot of giants on my valley here, and I've split some red seas. Oh, I've been in the fire furnace. I sure not been at the Lyons den. But can I tell you what? I'm gonna keep on walking, and I'm never turning back now. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on flying, and I'm never coming down. So what I'm trying to say today is, I made it this far. I made it this far, and it's not the end. You wanna look at your money and sing it again with me. We made it, we made it, we made it. Come on and help me sing it. Sing, I made it. 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 Oh, Lord. I made it. Through my storm and rain, through my heartache and pain. Yes, I did. Listen right here. Just like that woman with the issue of blood, suffering for 12 long years. Oh, I'm glad she made it. Wow, on the ground, flooding up her knees and hands, y'all. But she sure not made it. Oh, Lord, I'm glad she made it. Oh, she made it. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. You made it. You made it. I made it. You wanna clap your hands if you know that you made it today. Just look back over your life and look at where my Jesus has brought you from. Tell that devil, yeah, it's not over for me. It's not over for you. You cried, but you made.
We are back. Look, I'm so excited because joining me now is my brother, and I mean, we came from the same mother, Mr. Alan Burney. Welcome, my brother.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes, you are so welcome. It's good to have you here joining me on Reclaiming My Life. Yes.
Yes.
Look, and I know that you have a story. Now, you have a testimony about how you reclaimed your life. Share it with the people.
Oh, yes. I mean, God has truly been good to me. I think my journey began in 2008. I was working with a paving company. And during this time, I ended up getting injured on the job. A tire blew up in my face. It knocked me out. After getting treatment and stuff, I realized that I was having problems with my vision, dizzy spells. I had a hole in my inner ear, so I was going through vertigo. So I had to learn how to rewalk all over again. I mean, hold my balance. I couldn't keep my balance. So, I mean, during this time, I went through depression. I ended up going through a divorce. So this was a hard time for me during this time. But thank to the Lord, I'm still here. God has truly blessed. I remarried. And during this time of sitting down, I asked the Lord, what did He want me to do in my life? I didn't want to go back to the same thing I was doing. And during this time being out of work for 8 years, as you know, we started off working young. So this was a hard time to have to sit down for 8 years and not be able to work, not be able to provide for your family like you wanted to. So I just asked the Lord, what is it that you want me to do? And I always been a hustler. So I always did work on the side, So I said to myself, and I prayed to God, I said, Lord, I don't want to go back working with nobody. I want to do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And God has truly blessed me to be able to start my own business. I started off working just me, by myself. Later on, I was able to hire another person. And now I have 4 guys working with me. So God has truly blessed me. So to be able to, reclaim my life, be able to provide not only for my family, but for other families, that is a truly blessing. God has truly blessed me.
Yes. So what's the name of your business? Tell the people the name of your business and what you do now.
It's Bernie's Concrete. We do concrete. We pour driveways, sidewalk, paths, foundations, anything dealing with concrete. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. When you were going through and you felt hopeless, did you feel that you would be able to reclaim?
No, because like I say, when you're going through, when you're in the midst of a storm, it's hard to see the outcome. It's hard to see the outcome. And I didn't, because like I said, it hit me hard because I was truly used to working all my life. I started at age of 13. So,
That's right. In the tobacco fields, baby.
That's right. Tobacco, blueberry field, tree field, we did it all. So whatever it took, that's what we did. I can remember growing up, kids used to think we was rich, but we weren't rich. We just went out and we hustled. We got it. So
right.
So not being able to get out there and hustle and work and like I wanted to, no, I couldn't see the outcome. It just, like I said, I went through depression. I went through divorce. So it was a storm. I was in the midst of the storm. So, but hey, I ended up getting remarried, and like I say, start my own business, and God has truly brought me through that storm.
Yes, yes. And another thing, let me ask you, because I can't recall. I can't recall at what point you really got into the church. Because you
really got
in the church.
Yes, when I really got into, matter of fact, I started going back to church right before the accident. See, this is how the devil works. Right before the accident, I started going back to church.
Yes.
And the devil really tried to take me out that day, because I guess he knew that God had a plan for me. Yes. And so the accident happened, I think, August of 2008. And in October 2008, I was baptized. January of 2009, I was ordained as a head deacon.
Come on now.
So God had a plan for me.
Yes.
So that's one reason why I wanted to go ahead and start my own. I didn't want to go back working for somebody, because I prayed to the Lord and I said, Lord, in order for me to keep working for you, I got to be flexible. I need to be flexible to be able to do as I want to do for you, and and still make a living.
Yes.
And so God has, He provided a way for me to start my own business. Like I say, and even though when I started this business, the devil tried to take me out once again. I know. Maybe you recall, I fell and tore my rotator cuff.
Yes.
And went to the hospital. I mean, ended up having surgery. About 10 days after surgery, and having to go back to the hospital because I had blood clots in my lung and pneumonia.
Right.
And that was a very trying time. I mean, most people who went through that didn't survive, but I survived.
Come on now. Come on with the testimony.
So I knew that God had a purpose for me, because no matter what the
Yes.
devil brought my way, he brought me through it. So, so ever since and I've been head deacon of the church ever since.
And what I love about your testimony, like you said, you had just started going back to church.
Right.
God is so intentional, because where do you think you would have been if you hadn't started going back to church? Sometimes when we don't have that close relationship with God, we don't have the faith that everything's going to be okay.
Right.
I know there were times when you called me and, I may have just done something out of the blue, and you would call me and say, you just don't know, how I needed to hear that today, or how I needed that today, or whatever the case may have been, because of your relationship with God. You were saying, I knew God would make a way. So
That's
where
right.
do you think you would be today if you hadn't gone back to church and developed that close relationship with God?
I would have been gave up. I probably been dead. It's just that, I used to always say, I always hear people say, well, God spoke to them, and all this. And I always would say, but why God never spoke to me?
Right.
But the whole time he was speaking to me. I just wasn't listening.
Come on.
And
Yes.
a lot of times we had to put ourselves in the right position, in the right place to hear what God had to say to you.
Yes.
So that's the biggest thing is, just listen, be able to put yourself in that position where God can speak to you.
Yes. Yes. And when I think of your testimony, the song that comes to mind, and Lord knows I ain't got it to play right now, but y'all need to just play it right now. I almost gave up. Or is it I almost let go? I almost let go.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. But you didn't. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because, I know you were in a very, very bad place. And this is what my books are about, reclaiming my life. And then after the storm, we all have a story, but what I'm most grateful for, we have a testimony of how we overcome the trials and the trauma in our lives. And, I see you smiling today. I see you a business owner today. Glory to God.
That's right.
Yes, yes. You're making things happen. You're putting smiles on people's face. They're loving the work you're doing for them. Y'all, he can do it all. I'm not just saying this because he's my brother now, because I ain't going to tell y'all not wrong. But he can do it all. Like he said, anything concrete, okay? Let them know how they can connect with you.
All right, you can go to my Facebook page, Burners Concrete LLC. You can reach me at 910-274-6170. Again, that's 910-274-6170, or my Facebook page, Burners Concrete LLC.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. That's my brother. Yes. Look, thank you so much for stopping by, reclaiming my life. Glory to God that you know him, you serve him, and thank God that he allowed you to reclaim. I appreciate you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, anytime.
All right.
All right, I love you.
All right, love you too now.
And to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in once again to Reclaiming My Life, and we'll see you all next week. Be blessed.
She lives with John 3:16 as a daily reminder. This verse serves as a representation of why she gives so freely of herself, firmly believing that if God could send his one and only Son to die for our sins, surely she can give of herself to be of service to others. She has a heart that beats with immeasurable rhythm of caring and love. Her arms continuously stretch longer and longer, and yet they never seem to break. This is all evident by the love, care, and commitment she has as a mother, first raising her 3 daughters, for a while as a single mother. She displays a positive example for her daughters as her mother did for her. Many of us have heard or read stories of the close bond she and her mother had and the love she still has for her mother. When it came to mothering, she didn't stop with just her 3 daughters. You see, she received a call that there were 3 little girls, sisters, who needed some extra special love, attention, care, and guidance. And she answered that call with a yes. And just when you might think that would be enough just to take care of them, no. Her love and her heartbeats grew even stronger for them. Those arms stretched longer and wider. She gave more of herself and made them legally hers by adopting them. We have a message from her daughters. How tremendously blessed we are to have come from such a woman as our mother. When we think of all she represents, we are amazed at her daily grace, her strength, resiliency, persistence, love, passion, and her unwavering commitment to her faith, her family, and to her community. A message from her husband. She is my everything. Selfless, supportive, nurturing, and patient. She has a heart for God's people and consistently demonstrates this through community service and feeding the homeless. She possesses a love like no other for our entire family, especially our children. She can cook, and she does give the best hugs.
My mission is to encourage and equip others to believe in the possibilities of a happier, healthier, and fulfilled life by inspiring positive change through talk therapy sessions.